Welcome back to a brand new episode of Charm City Beat. And after a thriller and one to give my heart palpitations for the rest of the season, the Ravens were able to hold off the Browns 23-20. Guys, let's talk about it. What a game.
Another week, another nail biter, and it came down to the end. And this time, a blocked field goal prevented the Browns from nailing a super long, I think it was 61-yard field goal attempt. There was a play a little bit before that with the false start versus the offsides, and who knows about that. And then the pass interference against Cooper. Was that actually pass interference in the end zone? It would have given the Browns the lead late. So just the drama continues with this Ravens team, and they're 4-3, first place in the North. Can't complain, but still a little bit nervous about this football team.
Ross.
Yeah, I think we can say that's just the team right now until they show us otherwise. We should expect nothing less. I mean, and then fully blow the lead, but it's gonna not be a get the blood pressure medication ready for the foreseeable future as of now, unless if something dramatically changes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I there was a point where I literally was like, there's no way this shit is happening again. We're at the half. We're looking good. We should be able to put the hay in the barn. As Jerry Sandusky says so famously, it should be a layup. But no, shit got weird again. And I'm sitting next to Ross, and I'm like, there's no way. This is not happening. This shit is not happening again. Luckily, blocked field goal. Magic at the end. Luckily, we were able to hold off. We're still first in the division, which, again, it's great to say, but you're looking around the league, whatever. But Sunday, we saw the return of Gus Edwards. Guys, man picked up where he left off. His dreads are longer. Man looks solid. Like, couldn't come at a better time.
And I was actually surprised at how much they used him down the stretch. In fact, I had him in fantasy, and I had him on the IR because I wasn't sure what the Ravens were going to do, especially after what they did with Dobbins using.
Yeah, I drank, so it's
not a good day for us, but a great day for Dobbins. I mean, Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
He had the 2 rushing touchdowns. He looked great, powerful running. He was putting the Ravens in second and short, third and short, which is exactly what this offense needs. Yeah, I mean, it's phenomenal to see.
Yeah, that's what he was doing before he got hurt, and that's what he continues to do. It would make me beg the question: should JK have maybe started on the pup?
Yeah.
I mean, he got hurt. I mean, he not long after Dobbins, and Dobbins, I think, got too much in his head by everyone saying, "Hey, let me get back. Gus was like, "Oh wait,
yeah.
Oh wait."
Yeah, I think Gus Edwards is definitely the smarter of the two. Again, you have very similar injuries at the same exact time. The proof is in the pudding. Gus Edwards, really just returning that solid run game, that option back there to kind of take the pressure off of Lamar Jackson from having to do most of the scrambling. But no, Gus Edwards brings just the perfect combination of power, agility. I'm excited for our run game, man. I can't say enough about it.
Yeah, and he's that holdover from that 2019 team that was him and Ingram. The powerful running back that just the thunder to the lightning that is Lamar Jackson or other Dobbins. I mean, we need it, and I'm glad he's back.
Yeah. And if Hill's healthy, he's the lightning to Gus's thunder right now. Yeah. Hill was, and it showed when he's healthy, he can block well. And speaking of this run game, how about our quarterback taking a pitch from our tight end?
Oh shit! Yeah,
with Justice Hill laying a clear out block on that play.
Yeah, this doesn't help the whole Lamar Jackson running back argument because he looked great. Oh my God, that was one block away from being a touchdown for Lamar in the backfield. But yeah, what? That was insane. I did not. Yeah, wow.
I mentioned to Gerald at the game, how long until we see Andrews throw it? I didn't think about it until I heard on the radio. Lamar's going to take that toss one of these times.
Yeah.
And they're going to crash, and he'll just. Boop.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they put it on tape, which is awesome. And who would have thought that would really be the only time Mark Andrews had his mitts on the football? I mean, I think that might be his first game he's gone catchless. They won the football game, obviously, but that was a wild stat to see.
I mean, he was hurt all week, and makes the question: will he play Thursday? I mean, short week, didn't do much already.
I think he'll be there. I think he'll be suited up. Obviously, it'll be probably similar to this, a decoy, because when Mark Andrews is out there, there's always the threat that he could rack up 100 yards. So I think he'll be used more as a, I can't even think of the word right now. He'll be used as a decoy to probably pull out the pressure away from Bateman and Duvernay, which will be great, and also mix that in with the run game. And that should lead to something, hopefully. But no, they're going to protect Mark Andrews. He's worth way too much to that offense.
So what do you guys expect from this Tampa game? I mean, Tom Brady on the road, desperate Buccaneers team in prime time. A lot of different, storylines going into Thursday.
Yeah, like I said, their losers of their last 2 or the last 5. Brady has not lost 3 in a row since 2002. That was and that was technically 4-game losing streak, but yeah, he has lost 2 in a row a few times with Tampa, but never the 3rd.
That's 20 years in a row. Wow, 20 years without that.
And also, in terms of the Ravens, we are 8-4 under Harbaugh, but unfortunately 1-4 on the road.
Yeah, this to me smells of a trap game. I mean, just given how the Ravens have played. But one thing that does give me a glimmer of hope, and I wanted to talk about because they had a really good game, the pass rush. Mm-hmm. And I mean, our veterans are doing great. Justin Houston, JPP, hell, even Pat Queen getting busy with the pressure on the quarterback. We bring that on Brady, who can't run for shit. Brady isn't going to run. There's no risk of Brady being able to scramble away from that. So, I mean, we get some pressure on Brady, I think it's over.
And I think it's encouraging that when they played Burrow a few weeks ago, it was the least amount of pressure that Burrow's faced all year. And it was his least productive game as a quarterback in a very long time. And so you're finally seeing the Ravens managing to get pressure with a 4-man rush, maybe a 4-man rush and a Patrick Queen throw it in there or a Stone. But it's not a consistent, wink style rush the quarterback because Brady will eat that alive. So now he's going to be hopefully pressured by guys like Houston and JPP and Owe, and it allows the linebackers and defensive backs to fall back and, make life a little harder for Brady. And I think that's going to be the key to success, is being able to get to him with less.
Yeah, 100%. Ross, you have something to say? Sorry. So I wanted to talk about something because I think Thursday night game, we know what it is. Just got to hope for the best. Hope that our recent Thursday night record doesn't prevail here and that we can get the win. But there's a lot. I was thinking about a lot, Sunday as we're down and out, as things are going bad. And I'm thinking in my head, what happens after season? Of course, it's, you don't want to look too far away. But you think about the hot seat. Is it safe to say that John could be potentially in the hot seat if another couple of losses come? Because I thought for sure if we had a loss Sunday, someone was getting fired Monday.
I don't think there's any president within the organization that they would fire Harbaugh mid-season, especially when your team is 500 or better. They're going to be flirting with that all year. I think in the offseason, I think Billick is an example of, this team has great expectations. And if you're not meeting that, if you're wasting Hall of Fame talent and a guy like Lamar Jackson potentially, there's not a lot of time left. And if you're going to end up giving him a franchise tag, you got to bring a quarterback coach in that can handle that.
Yeah, I know. Ross?
No, I could definitely see that coming. I mean, I think something it would have to change on the offensive side if we don't have vast improvements, whether it's, I mean, whether demote Greg Roman to something else, have someone else be the play caller, maybe. I don't, something would, I could definitely see changing. Harbaugh, possibly, especially like I said, franchise Lamar. Do you want to see what he can do with a fresh head coach?
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah, definitely, definitely slightly uncharted waters that we haven't been in for a while.
Yeah.
As Raven fans.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it. We're at the game, and there's this kid. He was sitting a couple rows ahead of us, and this kid could have been more than 11 years old. And I'm thinking in my head, like, he saw the Super Bowl. Probably, if he saw it, probably he was like a baby. He's holding this little Super Bowl flag, and I'm thinking, man, that's cool. He has no idea what the Cobb Bowler years. He has no idea what those dark ages from the first Super Bowl to what we had. And you know, in a sense, it's interesting. You know, I feel like we're in that similar position looking back now. You know, you had the Super Bowl team there, and it's, of course, it's been a decade. Where the hell did time go? You know, the decade before that, you know, we won the Super Bowl, but I don't know. It's just something about this where we are. And like I said, I hope no one gets fired. You don't want to see anybody get fired, but we are moving into a new era of football. Analytics, more modern coaching. You know, you see, you look around the league, Tomlin and Harbaugh are the old guys now. And it makes you wonder, you know, how much longer. If we don't win the playoffs, something crazy is going to happen. If we don't go to the playoffs, something is going to happen.
Even if they go to the playoffs, they need to win in the playoffs. Because I think this team is, the NFL is weak enough and the Ravens are good enough that they'll probably win the AFC North just based off their schedule and based off who the Bengals still have to play. But I mean, they've got to beat the Bills or the Chiefs in the playoffs, and I personally don't see it happening. Where all the chips are on the table, based on what I'm looking at right now. Obviously, that can change, but if that doesn't happen and they fail again, I think Harbaugh. I mean, Bisciotti's got a hard decision to make because there's probably guys out there that can maximize the talent that's on this roster. Because right now it's borderline vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just evident by how mediocre the football is around the league. Yeah. Though you have the Dolphins, who have a younger head coach, Robert Saleh in New York. He's virtually got, actually both Jets head coaches have both teams amped up, ready to go. So, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting offseason, but we're not going to look too far away for that. We still have not the Patriots. Wow, old school, Tom Brady.
Same thing.
We have Tampa to look ahead to, where I think on paper should be a win. On paper, it should be a win, but again, anything can happen.
And God help us if Brady has the football down a score. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Russ.
Yeah, I don't want that. I mean, I don't want a certain zebra to affect the game. Either way, as much as people are trying to tell me, hey, I was like, no. Well, Lamar also got horse collar tackled after he threw the ball away from Clowney, and no one said anything about it. Yeah. I found for once I had a ref I even said, you know what, this guy gets it. We're playing football.
Yeah. I mean, it is going to be interesting. I mean, JPP is returning home, so I expect him after Brady. Like I
didn't see exactly all, but he definitely is excited for this to prove what they let go.
Yeah, and I'm loving it. Thank you. Another one man's trash, whatever, is another man's treasure. He's been great on the line. Talking about another addition, though. Does Deshaun Jackson play this weekend? I mean, Thursday. Shit.
I think they're definitely gonna design some plays specifically for him. I can see him doing an end around. I can see them going deep in the first few plays, if only to get the defense thinking. But I don't think he's gonna have a significant impact at all. I think he'll end up being faded out of the game plan entirely because of this unimaginative offense that we're seeing every week.
Yes, unfortunately, if we had more, imagine if he would probably out there more, probably just pulling people deep, pulling people coverage, having everyone open up bottom underneath. But I don't. But To be fair, there were some plays that people are criticizing that Lamar just sort of gave up on this last week. The one he overthrew Andrew for a touchdown. If he just zips it in at all to Andrews, he has him beat. And I don't know what he was thinking on the one. He didn't run to the right side. That left side was wide open. And I'm getting the Bateman, but Lamar keeps doing stuff like that. Something's wrong with him.
I actually have a lot. Oh, sorry.
People can see it in press conference. He's just kind of he doesn't look like he's having fun.
Because he's not. Simply put, he's not having fun because he's playing it safe. Right now, he's not dumb. He knows that his money is not guaranteed. And he's not going to be the same Lamar Jackson knowing that he may or may not get a paycheck. I think that's simply what it is. I think he has a lot going on in his head. I think it's getting him confused, and he's out there making dumb decisions, not making decisions that you would expect of someone who wants generational money guaranteed. We're not talking about small change, and he's playing like small change, sadly. I think he's making a lot of mistakes that shouldn't be made. A lot of guys open where places where you, as your certain skill set, you could break off and run a full touchdown on that. But you're not, because you know why? You're worried about getting hurt. You're worried about not being able to play with that check. And I get it. I respect it. But the offense has to find a way. I mean, he really has to find a way to take over the game again, because that's the only way we win, is when he takes over the game. Yeah.
Like my dad said it. He saw that in the Bengals game. The last drive, Lamar was like, "Get out of my way. I'm taking us down the field." He ran the ball. Most of that drive was him running down the field. Just move. Get out. I'm taking over. We need to win. Let's go.
Yeah.
We need more of that, and not, I want you to pay me. Well, you know how you get paid? Do what you did in 2019. Do what you did that made people think you deserve this.
Yeah.
Because right now, like you said, he doesn't deserve what he was asking for. And if it was his choice, so it's up to him.
Jordan, you were saying something?
I was like, speaking of taking over the game, who are you giving your game ball to this week? I'm very curious.
Hey, you already know. Game ball goes to easy money. Gus Edwards picking up where you left off, homie. 66 yards on 16 carries and 2 touchdowns, sitting on Jordan's bench. Actually, no, correction, IR.
Yep,
Will you start him this week, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Absolutely.
Gus Edwards, you get the game ball.
Kenyon Drake.
I wouldn't. If Gus Edwards is out there, I'm put that's our workhorse. Let's be honest. Kid looks great. And you know what? We're gonna need him, because again, with all those questions of Lamar, at least we know Gus is back. Yeah. But any last words, Jordan?
Good luck to Trey Mancini, former Oriole, in the World Series this week. Proud of him. Good luck to him. Other than that, I don't care who wins the World Series.
At all.
Yeah. No, he just had, if he does good, it's fine. They swept the Yankees. It was a very lovely time. They got swept. We won. Steelers lost. It was just,
it's a great one. Yeah. No, definitely rooting for Trey Mancini in the World Series. That would be awesome, because then he could come back, bring that magic with him, and then the Orioles can win the World Series. Hopefully, I can keep dreaming. But no, actually, I don't want Philly to win, because apparently every time Philly wins the World Series, I saw it on the internet, but can't go for grain of salt. But every time Philly wins the World Series, something economically terrible happens in America.
Oh God.
So hopefully they don't win, because the economy's already bad. But no. It's wow. Baseball season's over, almost over. Actually, it's at the best part of the season, World Series. Football's in its high point. So yeah, it's a great time to be a sports fan, friends. Very great time. But it is Wednesday, the day before. The day before Thursday Night Football. The Ravens will be playing on Amazon Prime. So is it being broadcasted locally?
Yes, it is on ABC.
Ah, Ross coming through with the clutch info. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you've cut the cord like myself, you can watch it on Amazon Prime. Or if you still have a regular antenna or cable TV, it will be on ABC for your viewing pleasure. That does it for tonight's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go Ravens.